at youth camp, we were hanging down by the creek when a guy decided to go for a swim, completely ignoring the beware sign posted nearby. We thought it was just a joke until he came out of the water. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Youth Group Chronicles. We are here in the studio doing another episode with Mindy Spencer and Mackenzie Smolin. And for the first time in Youth Group Chronicles history, it seems like we're always, what are we, rewriting the history books of this podcast? We have a third guest on the show. Never before happened. Have we ever had three blind reactors? But you want to introduce us, Mackenzie?
This is my baby, Shia Smolin.
Shia.
She's 7 months old. She's perfect.
And she gets to be here on Youth Group Chronicles, the youngest guest ever on Youth Group Chronicles.
There we
go. She
go.
gets to join us tonight. This is history in the making, everybody.
History
in the making. Hello, Instagram. Hello, Facebook. Hello, YouTube and TikTok. Danielle, Ashley, Alec. How's it going, everybody? Thank you for being here. This is where people send in their crazy youth ministry stories, and then we get to react to them here on the show. So we will kick this off with a story from Josue. Help me out.
Jose?
Okay, yeah. That.
Josie?
Josue.
Josue?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Josue.
And I'm the crazy homeschool. What'd you say?
Josue.
Josue.
Joey.
Okay, from Joey. At summer camp, our youth group had an ongoing prank war, guys versus girls. One year, the girls got us good, so naturally, we decided to get revenge. Mm-hmm. While they were at dinner, we grabbed a bunch of eggs and toilet paper and went to town on what we thought was their cabin. We egged the walls, we trashed the porch, and we TP'd everything. Turns out it wasn't our girls' cabin. In fact, it was a completely different camp, one being hosted for the Special Olympics.
No.
That is so bad.
No.
That's a hate crime, right?
No.
Yeah. Yeah, no one's going to believe you that you accidentally did that.
You ever see the...
I can't say
They're
anything.
marginalized and targeted people.
Anything right now.
Have you ever seen that? You don't watch The Office, right? You don't like The Office? No, she doesn't. That's right.
I can't even talk because I know everyone's coming for me in the comments, so I'm just not even going to.
I forget what episode, but he's like, that was a hate crime. He's like, no, it wasn't. He's like, well, I hated it.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
So hate crime, I'm not sure. But what's up, Joshua? What's up, Beatrice, Chloe? How's it going, everybody? Thank you for being here in the show. What are you laughing about over there?
She laughs every time.
I don't know how to say it. Tell me how to say it.
She laughs every time you say
Beatrice. Beatrice. I'm so sorry. I've been.
Can you spell it out? Can you spell out Beatrice phonetically?
I feel like I say something different every
in the comments, please. Can you spell out Beatrice phonetically so we know how to say your name, please?
Yeah, he's done that before though, and I still get it wrong.
Oh, it's a man?
See? Okay. Yes, it is man.
Okay.
Because I have
Guess
heard
we'll wait and
women
see.
with the name. Yeah, they egged the wrong house. Yes, absolutely right. Beatrice. Okay, Beatrice.
Beatrice.
Like I'm betting. Okay.
I've never heard of that.
Beatrice.
I'll get it wrong next time too. But
Someone said it's pronounced Greg.
I'm all Greg.
I'm all Greg.
This is a story from JR. He said
Junior.
Yeah, you're right. Maybe that's what it is.
That could be JR. I don't know. Sounds better from Junior.
At a youth bonfire, one student had just finished absolutely torching a hot dog over the fire. He pulled it off the metal prongs, but turned around too quickly and smacked a girl right in the face with the red hot stick.
Ooh.
She ended up with 2 3-inch burn marks right below her ear, and to this day, she still has the scars.
That's terrible.
I'm not even going to, there's nothing to laugh about. This is my reaction.
It's hers too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Definitely hers.
That's sad.
Yes. That is my nightmare, though. When I'm around a fire.
Oh, my gosh.
are
Anytime
like,
anyone says, like, we're going to have a bonfire.
No. And we're inviting 8-year-olds.
There's going to be, like, young kids
schoolers
around, especially marshmallows. You can imagine those flaming hot marshmallows and they're waving around and it flings you.
They're just whipping.
And just gets on your face. That's sticking to your face and melting your skin.
It's true.
That's how I got the scar, actually. It was there's a scar on my hand. We were burning trash for whatever. Actually, when we were kids, our chore was to take like the garbage to the dumpster at the camp from our house, which was like, it felt like a mile away. It was really like 400 yards, but I was 12. So we never wanted to do it. Mm-hmm. So we would procrastinate and let this garbage pile up in our shed for weeks, just garbage bags. And because we didn't want to bring it, like that would have been a half day job for us 3 boys to go do. So we were like, let's burn it.
No.
So like we got this genius idea. We had our friend over, so we're doing like a little camp out in the backyard, and we had a campfire early in the morning.
Wasn't it?
No, it wasn't. I'm shocked Joe wasn't there, but it's really is right up his alley. So we're like, let's burn the trash, and we like this was ingenious. So we started doing it. We threw these bags on the campfire, and as I'm looking, I see there's a light bulb in the fire, and like it's gonna explode and kill us all. Which I don't know if that's actually true, but I thought we were gonna die. So I quickly like reached in with a stick and swiped away the light bulb. But as my friend was holding up a plastic bag out of the way so I could do this, it caught on fire and dripped onto my hand.
Oh, no.
Yeah. And I still have the scar on my hand. But we ended up having to take it all to the dumpster anyway, and I burned my hand. So kind of sucked.
That's trash.
That is.
That sucks.
All right, this is our Guess the Denomination segment, and we're going to use Chelsea's story. If you're new, guys, all you have to do is just guess the denomination. What denomination do you think best fits this story? All right. Chelsea said, while getting ready to leave from a youth retreat, our youth pastor grabbed the vacuum to clean up a pile of crumbs in the cabin. But as he started using it, a compartment popped open and a strong smelling liquid spilled all over the carpet and down his leg. Turns out one of the boys thought it would be funny to pee in the vacuum. The entire cabin reeked of urine, and our church ended up having to pay to replace both the carpet and the vacuum.
It smells like piss in here.
Can you just imagine trying to vacuum and it's just...
It's getting worse.
Yeah.
It's the floor getting wet.
That's crazy.
Smell like hot pee.
Hot piss.
It's disgusting. It's disgusting.
If you had to guess the denomination, we already have Baptist in the TikTok chat. Can you throw up that chat so we can see that's here? What are we guessing? What denomination?
Man.
Catholic, non-denominational.
A child that is bold enough to pee in a vacuum.
Pentecostal. Nice.
Pentecostal. I love that.
Episcopalian. Okay.
Okay.
Presbyterian.
And it didn't work out the way I wanted it to.
Theirs was better. I'll give it that.
Yep, you got it, Chet.
Okay.
Pentecostal is crazy. You're right.
I don't know.
Non-denominational all the way.
Yeah, I feel like only those shenanigans happen
Yes.
with non-denom.
The nuns, you know?
They're always bringing the crazy kids
little
to camp,
nuns
right?
coming in here off the streets being like, what is this?
We got Wesley in the chat. Uh-oh. You gotta give her the soda. Let her drink the soda.
Oh, is that why she's crying?
Yes.
All my motherly instincts. There you go.
Literally. See, she wanted the ginger ale.
Sorry, child. My fault. Okay.
Let's see. Eastern Orthodox. Man, you guys are just randomly throwing out
Just anything.
No, I mean, that's real.
Presbyterian, Urinitarian.
Stupid.
That's crazy.
Urinitarian.
The internet is undefeated.
I gotta go.
Again.
If I gotta choose, I gotta go non-denom.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I think so too. That
I think we're
sounds
all three
very
gonna choose that.
something that would happen at our home church.
Well,
We've had the most happen.
But when you think non-denom, do you think a Pentecostal church that doesn't want to be labeled Pentecostal or a Baptist church that doesn't want to be labeled Baptist?
I think
both of them-
Pentecostal.
I think
more.
Pentecostal more.
I think so too, but I also have seen the Baptists
Because
that don't want to be.
I don't
labeled
know
as
though.
Baptist.
I mean, most of my interactions with non-denominational, they are. Well, we're Pentecostal at heart, you know.
Yeah,
brother.
always.
Yeah.
Always.
We believe in the tongues,
Yeah.
and you know,
It's
like,
never like, oh, we're low key
we're
Baptist.
just Baptists, and no, they're.
Well, I did see a
You
comment
know?
because we just started this segment, and one of the YouTube videos that came out, I think it was either YouTube or Spotify. They said, when I think non-denom, I just think Baptist church with fog, like haze and lights is what they said. So I feel like it just depends on the area.
Must be,
Maybe.
yeah. I don't know. I had never, until I started attending our church, knew that non-denominational even was a thing. I actually was like, is this even like actually a real church? Because I didn't know that was a thing.
They
had no
we
idea
have chosen
either.
not to be a denomination that so many people have done that it's now a denomination, which is actually funny.
Right?
Yeah, like you kind of know now
What denomination are you?
when you go to
Non-denom.
You're like, oh,
It's its own denomination.
That
Non-denomination
yeah,
is a
it's
denomination,
true.
which is crazy.
I get it.
It's
Jordan
true.
said 100% Baptist. Virginia Baptist is non-denominational. So we're getting both here.
Interesting.
All right, this is a story from Stuart. He said, I had 2 youth group students walk up to me saying they needed to get a divorce.
What?
Yeah. I stared at them dumbfounded because they were both only 17. I brought them into my office to meet with them, and that's when I found out that after hearing a recent sermon series on dating and purity, they really wanted to sleep together, but didn't want to sin. So in the room, they said vows to each other and then proceeded to sleep with each other. I had to explain to those teens that even though they said vows, they weren't actually married and therefore didn't need to get divorced.
Praise God.
You weren't. There's so many adults that failed them. How did they not know what marriage was?
They found a loophole, is what they think they found.
No movies.
What kind of youth group?
You didn't see one person get married at an altar.
They have 3.5 kids.
Somehow they knew vows.
Yeah, somewhere this story is not adding up.
Yeah, that sounds kind of crazy.
That.
Actually, that checks out so much from a 17-year-old. Are you kidding me? You don't think 2 17-year-olds would do that?
I just don't understand why they wanted to get divorced if they
100%.
wanted.
I bet it was 2 adults who had never, and they were super old and trying to say, we're actually 17. We didn't know what marriage was.
Gross.
We still live in our parents' basement.
Yes, that is
we wanted
not how
to
it
do
works.
it.
They show up in like bell bottoms, trying to dress like the kids. We can pass, right? You listen to the
homeschool Mormons.
Let's go back to your parents' basement.
Okay, the homeschool kids. We're throwing them in here. There is a chance.
Maybe
not though.
There are some weird homeschool kids. Okay,
Sure.
But I don't know. That's just a weird story.
I just feel like so many people
We would
failed
like
them.
to get
There's no
divorced.
way you didn't know what marriage was.
Yeah.
You're sitting around saying for like what? You
Yeah.
just say
Just
vows.
vows. I want to know how long they've been married for. A couple months, apparently.
3 seconds.
Apparently they had it because they wanted a
3
divorce. However long it was.
Yeah, it was long enough. Past the honeymoon phase.
Can you hang out with her? I'm sorry.
Bye. This is our goodbye.
Goodbye.
It was amazing having you on Youth Group Chronicles. We will have you back again soon.
You can give her this if she wants it.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Just let her drink the ginger ale.
Oh yeah.
This is what is it? We don't say no to kids these days, right?
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Don't
'Cause
get
you'll
Mindy
damage them, dude. No, that's a whole nother type of podcast. We're not going to go there today.
Yeah, that's a lot.
This is a story from Carson. At church camp, there was an activity where students had to launch squid with a slingshot and then pass it back and forth down a line. I stayed far away from that game, but one unlucky kid whose job was to catch this squid missed with his hands and it went straight into his mouth. It was there for a solid few seconds before he finally spit it out.
Real squid, I'm assuming?
Real squid.
These pastors all over the nation hate these kids.
They do.
They hate these kids.
They are like, you know what? I hate kids so much. I'm going to be the youth pastor.
Yeah, and I'm going to take my revenge out.
And I'm going to make them do dumb things.
Or maybe their youth pastors
Like
made
take
them
a
do stuff.
squid to the mouth.
That's disgusting.
You know, it's
freaking
always
gross.
so it's squid. What's a cow tongue?
Yes.
Is a
We
big
did that
one.
We did do that.
a lot.
What are some
Yeah.
other like gross things people do in the chat?
That fart fruit durian.
Or put it in the chat.
Oh,
What
we
was
never
it?
tried that.
No,
I
we
wanna
did.
try that.
We did.
We did?
We did.
Who?
It was the youth pastor before Cody.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Before me.
Yes,
I don't
that was
remember
before
that.
you. Yes, that was.
It was nasty.
Or the sock over the
Ew,
Yeah,
no.
bro.
That game is diabolical.
sock over the
Take
children.
your sock off and have someone else drink out of it. No.
No, bro, that is disgusting.
Never. And it's always like 7th and 8th grade boys. They're like,
Yeah, it's always the ones with the raunchiest
Ew.
toes.
Oh no. They've
No.
been waiting for it. They knew it was coming.
No, they should never take off their shoes, let alone their socks. And they're just in there like, ew. No. Diabolical.
Or I think I've
Disgusting.
seen one where it's the sock one, but you put it on your own drink and then you're sitting there and you're like, you think you're going to drink and then they're like, pass it to the person on your right.
Yeah, no, no.
And they got the hard socks.
Oh, fresh fish.
So
What about pig's feet?
nasty.
Did you guys ever do pig's feet?
Ew.
Andrew said that in the chat.
We did.
Yeah, I think
We did
a whole
cow
Fear
did
Factor
crickets.
series.
The biggest one I've
And
seen.
We did
Most common.
Rocky Mountain oysters.
Sierra has
God.
one up for us. Oh, bull testicles.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, we did those.
That's gross.
We
Y'all are
did
crazy.
chug gravy.
just chug
Like
gravy.
cold? Oh,
Remember that?
We
makes me wanna
blended
throw up.
food. Yeah, we
Blended
blended
food.
stuff.
In a funnel. We funneled. We made someone funnel gravy, dude.
See? You hate
like
kids.
a gym. She took it like a
It was
gym.
You hate kids.
No, listen, I was new, guys. Okay. I was like newly saved. Should not have been in youth ministry, but we have grown.
We've got a few of those.
Praise God. Okay. And so that was it. It's like, okay, we're going to chug this. We're going to chug the gravy through a funnel.
Yeah, it was.
That's what actors use for vomiting. Not to vomit, but they use that to pretend, like make it look like they're vomiting. It's
gravy.
Gravy.
We had a
Or
girl.
cream and onion soup.
Oh,
Okay, that's pretty thick.
we had a girl chug wasabi sauce.
Yeah.
and she had
Like
to stay
how much
home
we're
from
talking
school, like an entire jar of it.
It's got to destroy.
No,
it.
Yeah.
actually, it's crazy. It's the same girl who won like all of these things.
Yeah.
She won the gravy, the wasabi
She
sauce.
won the gravy.
She ate
Ew.
that cow tongue.
Yeah, she did.
She ate the crickets.
It's normally a dude, but that's
No.
a brave
No, she
young
was
lady.
hardcore.
She
She
was
did not care,
hardcore.
but she stayed home from school for like a week
She
after
was like,
that.
I'm winning.
She was like crying
all
in the
of
back
this.
of Miss Carla's van, like
I'm winning this iPod.
Yeah,
Really? An iPod? That's
An
what
iPod.
I'm thinking, like a McDonald's gift card or
No,
something. Okay,
it
so
was
she
like-
really wanted it.
We
Okay.
did it for our Fear Factor challenges.
yeah. It was
when-
rough.
That man, Joe
I
Rogan,
failed
was-
at Cinnamon Challenge. That's when I
Did you
tapped
do that
out.
one?
I did.
stayed so far away. The worst thing I ever had to do was take a bite out of an onion. That's about it.
Oh, that's not bad
Which-
at all.
Yeah, I didn't like onions at the time.
Well, it was only like you and then your brothers and Sarah, and that was your youth group, right? So
we did go
that was
to
that was the
AU.
challenge.
Yeah, this was at camp, but yeah. All right, this is a story from Max. When I was in 7th grade, I went on a youth retreat with my youth group. Everything was fine until the middle of the night, around 3 a.m., when I woke up standing on something in total darkness, but I had no clue where I was. That's when I reached above me and felt the ceiling. And to the right was the shower curtain. To the left was a wall. And that's when I realized I had sleepwalked into the bathroom and climbed onto the back of the toilet. I flipped on the light, and to my horror, I was completely naked. I quickly threw my clothes back on and got into bed without saying a word. The next morning, one of the guys in my cabin shook me awake and asked why the door was wide open.
What?
To this day, I have no idea what I did in the hallway at 3 a.m. completely naked.
I think he was like drunk.
Honestly,
roofied.
someone roofied that man.
Oh my gosh, that wasn't sleepwalking, baby. I think you need to file a report. This sounds like past trauma's coming back up.
Yeah.
I know someone that got roofied. We all do, actually.
Yes, we do.
I don't know this person.
Yes,
They go to
you
our
do.
church. Like, it's a testimony. Like, he was supposed to be in jail
A
Yes.
testimony.
Yes.
because of how he got delivered. I'm not going to obviously say his name, but he
Crazy.
got roofied.
Was
And
before, yeah.
he was out with some friends. He got roofied.
He only had like 2 drinks, 2 beers.
What is crazy is our church is an hour from my hometown. It happened in my hometown. Like, this guy did.
This is big news.
This happened. This happened like 2-3 years ago, and I'm so far removed from where I grew up. But like, it happened there, so I knew all the stuff he said. He said, "This is wild." He went out. All he remembers is getting his drink. And correct me if I'm wrong. He stole an ambulance.
No, he woke up. He said this is what he remembers. He went in, he got 2 beers, and he was getting ready to leave. And then he woke up in a school
High
with
school.
cops with their lights on. I'm talking to him, and he woke up.
In like a
And when
furnace
they
room.
told him, yeah,
It
they
was
were like,
the high school I
you
played
you stole an
baseball at."
ambulance and you drove it around and you broke into the school. And I think there were other parts, but you broke into the school and this is how he found you. He had no recollection
He was
of that.
passed out in the
Passed
furnace
out.
room at Wellsboro High School. Like I played baseball.
Isn't that
like,
crazy?
Crazy.
But they like went through so many like trials, and finally like the one judge was like, no, you need to test this, and they found out that he was like roofied.
Yeah.
Okay, so I feel like when you're like roofied and you get like date rape drugs, you're like incapacitated. He was like roofied with meth.
No, literally, like
He turned into a supervillain.
was in an
And
ambulance
just
real quick.
couldn't remember. Like that's crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, you poor kid. You gotta talk to somebody, baby.
Yeah, you need to.
You gotta talk to somebody.
Imagine you're like standing on a toilet. You're like, how'd I get? You like look. Oh frick.
Yeah, you just felt a breeze.
I would be
You're
thinking
like,
about
huh.
that forever. The door was open. Like, where'd you go?
Yeah.
You could have gone to town and back. Pause.
Crazy.
I will not say anything more
Why?
because I'm saved. That's why. That's why.
All right. This is a story from Eric, and this is our Finish the Chronicle segment. At youth camp, we were hanging down by the creek when a guy decided to go for a swim, completely ignoring the beware sign posted nearby. We thought it was just a joke until he came out of the water. If you guys had to finish the Chronicle, we'll go Mindy first this time. How do you think this story is going to end? Kid went swimming where he wasn't supposed to, and they all thought it was just like a funny sign until he came out of the water, and they realized it was not just a funny sign.
I have to go
Mindy
with
does
like.
not like this game.
I don't. It's so hard because it's like the
It could
most
be anything.
random stuff.
It could be anything. We'll look at the chat. We'll get some ideas.
I'm gonna
It takes
say, I don't know, oil.
Oh, it was like
Like
oh,
an
that's
oil
a
spill or
really
something.
good guess. I would have not guessed that. That's a good one.
I don't know.
So like contaminated water.
yeah,
Okay. Mackenzie's got the. I can
it's probably
see
gonna
the,
be like poop.
people. There are stories about that. Go swimming in a sewage
Seriously.
creek. Like,
Ew.
yep.
Oh God.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say there's like bears or snakes or something.
Bears or snakes. Okay.
Bears and
Yeah.
There was one. I mean, this was a while
Animals.
ago. There was a snapping turtle that came after a
Snapping
kid.
turtle.
A turtle.
Yeah. Okay. So someone said alligator or crocodile comes out covered in rashes. Ooh, water treatment plant. Let's
That's
see.
bad.
Couldn't you smell
Leeches
that?
pulled what?
Yeah, I mean,
They were
leeches
really
are a
in
real
India.
thing. Honestly, honestly,
In the Ganges River. Beware. Sorry.
you're gonna have Indian hate on you now.
My fault. I
have hate from
love to
everyone
all
else.
the
May as
people.
well just add
I
to the
know.
list.
I know.
Add it to the list.
I know, bro.
Leeches.
I'm sorry. You,
A sewage creek that got in his eyes. That's pink eye, right?
ew.
It's a lot more than pink. It's a
oozing.
lot. It's disgusting.
All right, let's finish the Chronicle. At youth camp, we were hanging down by the creek when a guy decided to go for a swim, completely ignoring the beware sign posted nearby. We thought it was just a joke until he came out of the water. That's when someone noticed a leech stuck to his arm.
Okay.
Ugh.
Ew.
Luckily, we had a nurse on the
Mhm.
trip who had tools with her just in case something like this happened, so she pulled it off. But that's when things got worse. Over 20 baby leeches came pouring out of it. This leech was a female and had literally given birth right there on his arm.
Oh, gross, dude. Ew. Baby
We lost
leeches.
Mackenzie.
The leech gave birth.
Imagine pulling it off and just like pours out all
Ew.
over your arm. Like, leeches?
No,
It's
make
like
my
anything
skin
that's
crawl.
like a lot of a little.
That's a lot of
Anything that's a lot when it's little, it's so
Ew, I
disgusting.
know.
Have you ever been bitten by a leech?
Yes.
You have?
Yes.
Just one time.
Really?
Yeah, I went fishing and I took off my shoes because that's what I was told to do. And I got in the little pond and was fishing. And he was like, "Oh, by the way, there's leeches in here." And there was a leech in between my toes, bro.
That's where I got
My
bit too,
no.
right between my toes.
You got two?
One time, yeah.
Okay, so I grew up and that was always like the thing. It was like if it's not a pool, and it's not salt water, like there's leeches.
Mm-hmm.
And it was the most terrifying thing to go in ponds or anything because that made it like you were going to come out covered.
I feel like they're kind of rare now.
I feel like,
Or are they down
And
south?
I feel like I
don't
haven't
know.
heard of them in so long.
maybe they're just not up here because
you know,
ticks
it's
are
like
pretty prevalent here.
quicksand.
yeah.
We were taught about quicksand all
I
the
never
time.
in my life.
Honestly, yeah.
And I'm
There's
like, where's
no
this
quicksand
that they taught me about.
There's no quicksand.
And stop, drop, and roll.
Yeah,
Why don't you hear?
Don't move in the quicksand. You're gonna sink faster. I've never
Like there
seen
are
it.
so many things that were taught to us that I'm like, where did this ever go? It's just gone.
Where were
guess not.
where were leeches? Just so many of them that it had to be in a textbook. Or,
Literally,
It's true.
like
so they said leeches are common. Can I see that again too? Leeches are common in northeastern United States. Okay, so they are common here, but I've seen them one time. I've gotten bitten one time, and that's the only time I saw it. And
I've
we had a
never
pond
seen
near
them,
camp. That's
but
all we
they-
swam in. Lakes.
Oh man,
Gross, dude.
I can't even. I can't with the head. And I can't. Bro.
Oh god,
It's like a tick of the water.
no, yes.
They do
Ew.
they give you the heebie-jeebies.
No.
No, that's what its arm looked like with all the
Dude,
babies. Yep.
no.
Stop saying babies. Just the fact that. Okay.
Ew.
I can't even talk about
Okay.
it. Ah. Okay.
I thought you already saw it.
All right.
Yeah, congrats to the mama leech. Absolutely. Congrats are in order.
Incredible.
Most importantly, the leech chose life.
Yep.
Oh,
hated
my
that.
goodness.
I hated that.
All right, this is a story from Matthew. Actually, a couple of great guesses, guys. I did see that you guys were saying leech. So close, not quite there, but close. Matthew said, for a youth group event, we built a 2-story high pumpkin launcher designed to shoot full-size pumpkins.
Mm-mm.
Everything was going great until one girl ended up standing directly behind the pumpkin just as it launched.
I see it.
The contraption fired, but instead of flying forward, the pumpkin ricocheted backward and smoked her right in the face.
Oof.
Yep.
We thought for sure she was done for, but somehow she walked away with just a black eye.
Good for her.
There's a video. Did you
God.
see the watermelon one?
Yes.
That's exactly what happened.
That is terrifying.
Yeah, that literally, you're just dead.
Just don't.
Yeah.
They
you
said
could
this
just
one was
die.
built with scaffolding. It was 2 stories of scaffolding. So this thing was
No.
massive. Drilled right in the face.
Heavy duty.
Mm-mm.
Just a black eye. Wow.
Pretty
you should
sad.
tell that story other
Yeah,
places.
I feel like you could have died. That's
I'm a
the story
survivor.
at this point.
that's insane.
Yeah, that's crazy.
This is a story from Becca. At our youth pastor's Christmas party, the teens started getting antsy, so my husband and I took them over to the church to hang out. Except one of the kids got the bright idea to sneak my Bluetooth speaker into the pastor's house and play a random song. When the speaker was all set up, one of the kids suggested I play Last Resort. Unfortunately, though, I assumed E meant everyone. So I ended up blasting a song with multiple F-bombs for all our church leaders and congregation to hear.
For everyone.
EA
Who are your
Sports.
parents? It's in the game.
To make it worse, when the girl was trying to shut it off, she accidentally turned the volume up louder. We
No.
already know the grandma's in the room.
Poor
No.
thing.
Mm-mm.
E for everyone. This is for.
E.
Have you
She
Have
learned
you ever?
real quick.
Yeah. Have you ever seen anything that just says E for? Besides on a. That's on a game, isn't it? Like video
Yeah.
games.
Actually, yes.
You nerd.
That's true.
E
I
for
didn't know
everyone is on video games.
It's
Yes,
true.
you're right.
Not
Yeah.
for music. E
Not
means
for
My
music.
mom would.
Explicit,
Yes, you're right. Cindy.
explicit.
Your mom would be fuming. Yes, some
Wow.
moms, they would not forgive that at all.
That is quite horrifying. I'm very sorry that happened to you, but
One more story,
I
guys.
digress.
This is from Alexis. My dad found a mysterious box sitting out behind our country church. Inside was a bunch of green leafy stuff and that he assumed was red raspberry leaf tea since our church is really into tea. He brought it into the kitchen and was about to brew a pot for everyone until my mom walked in, took one look, and freaked out. Turns out it wasn't tea, it was weed, and my dad had almost served a steeping pot of
frosty.
marijuana to the entire church.
Oof. Did he not? Like by the smell of it, maybe?
I
I'm
didn't know
sure
about the
it's
look of
clue?
it, so I would imagine the smell didn't really change anything for
I
him
mean,
either.
it's gonna smell. It doesn't smell like
Yeah,
raspberries.
probably not.
Yeah, not raspberry.
Not any-
You ever smelled the skunk?
Yeah,
point.
not any tea that you would ever want to put in your mouth.
Fair point.
Smells like why?
Skunk and dank
Some
and
skunk. Some
nasty.
no.
Pot
Come on,
tea.
guy.
I've never heard of pot tea. I've heard of pot
THC.
brownies. I've heard of all of that other stuff. I've never heard of people taking it
And
by
brewing
tea.
it, could that do something to you? I don't know.
I'm
anything about
sure.
this.
I mean,
I would feel like
put
it's
it in
not good.
anything and it does something to you. I
So,
don't know.
little
Andrew
dust
said
is in
it's
there.
THC.
There you go.
Wow, you guys are creative.
You guys are witty tonight.
What a creative chat.
The church
Love it.
potluck. Yeah.
Ha, ha,
All right.
ha. Love it.
Let's do our Would You Rather segment to wrap this up. Option 1. And guys, put your vote in the chat. Just write an option
gosh.
or just
It's
put
gonna be the
number
Leeches,
1 and number
isn't
2.
Oh,
Option 1
probably.
is you are at a campfire with your youth group
Oh,
when one of the kids gets a little too happy with his metal prong and whips you right in the neck with it. And you have 3-inch scars right below your ear to this day. Option 2,
the leech.
the leech. You're swimming and a baby leech or a mother leech gives birth on your arm.
It's that birth cannon on your arm.
I am going with leech. Absolutely.
Like this one, it really gets me.
I know. Because they're
They're not that
they're
bad.
on there.
yeah. That.
No.
Sierra.
Todd says 1. Yeah, pull that up for us so we
Oh
can just
my
get a visual.
god. I might take the cool scar. I don't know.
I mean, it is a pretty cool scar.
You
Like
got
know.
branded at youth
I would
group.
tell crazy
Yeah,
stories.
I mean,
They
the
look like
leash
parasites.
didn't hurt, and I think they have like
You did get bitten by it.
I did,
Yeah.
and it didn't hurt at all.
Okay.
But just the disgust, I might have to get burned. I don't know.
It's gross but not permanent, Rebecca said. Option 2. That's what I'm
It's
saying.
true.
Option 1. Oh, the chicks dig the scars. Okay, Andrew. It's a good story. Scars are cool.
I don't know. It depends on
Haley
what
said
kind.
option 1.
Dark and purple.
Oh yeah.
I don't like that.
What'd you say?
I said, are they dark and purple scars or are they just like little like?
I would imagine maybe at first, but you got branded, so maybe it's like puffy. You ever see someone get branded?
Ooh, you
Yeah.
could have that vampire. Yeah. Yeah, I'd probably go with the leashes.
Leech.
We really went 3 for 3 again.
Yeah.
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 Wow. I thought for sure this one would be the one that got you.
Yeah.
It was close.
I gotta be mature and just say it's not permanent.
Todd said
You know.
option 1 on TikTok. Ashley said the leech. Sarah says the leeches. Malachi says option 1. A lot of people are saying they just want the scars.
Yeah, scars are tough.
We are the 3 of us are going leeches, guys. That's how we're doing it.
Yep.
All right, guys. Thank you for listening to this episode of Youth Group Chronicles. That is a wrap. Mindy and Mackenzie, thank you for being here. This has been a lot of fun. And we will see you all next week.